Hi guys, back over at the garden again today, and things are really starting to take off here. We've had a lot of pretty good heat in the last week, and we just had a good rain shower yesterday, and everything's doing really well. Also, stuff has been getting watered, but I just wanted to show how some of the stuff's been growing since the last time we were here. The first round of pole beans are getting pretty tall. They're starting to send up their tendrils. There was one over here that was actually grabbing the fence, and in the second round they've all come up and are looking great. The cucumbers are really starting to grow and climb up the trellis, and we got flowers, and here we got a little baby fruit. So really excited for them. Within the next week or two, we're gonna have some cucumbers for sure. The hot peppers we planted up along this side on the outside of the trellis, and they are, some of them are still struggling a little bit, but they're starting to get established. In fact, it looks like got one about ready to flower there. I haven't decided yet. I've been hearing and seeing some about topping pepper plants to get them to bush out, and I've never done that before, but I've never done it intentionally before. But last year, I don't know if anybody remembers that watched my stuff last year, but where I planted them, the cows actually ate them off, and actually a lot of the plants ended up dying between the cows and some other factors, but the ones that did survive, that got eaten off, came back and did really well. Like, they really did bush out, and they put out a lot of fruit, the few that were left. So I might try that, but I haven't decided yet. I won't leave them alone for right now. I'm gonna do a little bit more research, and maybe I'll do that the next time I'm here, or maybe I'll do some of them, do an experiment, I don't know. But then over on this side, we've got some eggplant along here. They're doing pretty well. I've never grown eggplant, so not real sure what to look for, but they look fine to me. And then over on this end, we've got 8 dill plants, and they are looking great. Our cherry tomatoes, the first ones that got planted, which are on the other side of this, there's some planted on this side and they're still pretty small, but these ones that got planted first are going crazy, which is awesome. So hopefully we've got a lot of flowers on those, so hopefully we'll have some cherry tomatoes before too long. In fact, some of these I need to get in here and start weaving them into the trellis, and maybe even pruning, some of them. So I don't know if I'll get to that today or not. There's supposed to be some, yeah, this one is supposed to be some beets in this end of it. I don't see any of those come, oh yeah, there are some coming up. Right there, those are little beet seedlings. So I'll need to come in. Obviously I need to do a lot of weeding. The plants are doing well, so are the weeds. These are red onions, and they're looking pretty good so far. We've got starting to flower. And then these yellow squash have really taken off within the last week or so. I wonder if there's any. There's one little baby right there, like 3 inches long, so that'll be ready soon. I really need to attempt to plant some more zucchini. None of the zucchinis I planted came up, just the yellow squash, so really need to try to get some zucchini going. But the yellow squash are looking awesome in the meantime. There's another little baby right there. And the lettuce that's planted around it is really doing good, and I haven't really picked a ton of this yet, just when I'm here. Sometimes I'll pinch off a few leaves and eat them, but I need to. It looks like these radishes are ready to come out too. They're starting to get tall. So I will probably pull those radishes today, and this is where I tried that zucchini and it never came up. Oh, and the beets are, I had planted a few beets around this too, and they probably need to be thinned, so I need to look at that a little bit closer. These are all the tomatoes that Katie Kubota planted, and they're all looking awesome. She planted, there's calendula down the middle of this bed that I had started, and then I believe she did salad greens up both sides of this, so I'm gonna have to look at that kind of close and see what, I'm gonna have to be really careful weeding this and make sure I don't pull any out any of the lettuce that's supposed to be growing there. Okra, there's okra here. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 looks like. And then these are the candy onions. And some more okra on this end. And I believe both of these are, the okra on this end and that end are the Star of David okra that I started myself. And then over in this bed, over in this bed is some that I bought from the local feed store. And it wasn't actually labeled, but I assume it's a Clemson spineless, just because it's so common. And those are actually double plants. They had 2 plants in each cell, and they were, she said they were really intertwined when she went to plant them, so she just left them together instead of trying to separate them. So I think that'll be fine. I don't know, I've never grown okra, but I'm sure they'll be fine. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. But that's what that is. And then we have some basil down the other side there, and I need to start some more of that, so we'll have some. And then the other little herbs were put in on this end, and I'm not sure how many of those made it. Okay, see, over here is the rosemary. There's another one over there in that far ring that made it. And then, let's see, this is, not sure, that'd be either oregano or marjoram. Oh, and there's another little one here. And I guess, yeah, that's oregano. And then I believe that's thyme there. So I'm not sure where the marjoram is, because there should be some of that here somewhere too. And then I don't know what these are either. These are something she planted. They look like maybe salad greens of some sort, but I'm not sure what. So we'll just have to see about those. There's also, this is the row of San Marzanos, and they're looking so much healthier than when I planted them. And then in front of these rows of tomatoes, we also planted the sweet peppers. She did, not me, but and they're, yeah, again, these guys just needed to get in the dirt so bad, and now that they finally are, they're doing a lot better. Yeah, all these tomatoes and peppers, I mean, they've still got a ways to go, but they are already looking a lot better than they were in the pots. So, okay, now, I think I know. Okay, so those ones over there that I said were rosemary were not rosemary. Those were lavender. The rosemary is here. And then this will be the marjoram over here. And there. Okay, that solves that mystery. I think that was it as far as the herbs. And then over on this end there are some buttercup squash plants that I'd started. And these are a vining squash, so I'm gonna have to put something in here for them to climb up, but that's fine. You know, we'll figure that out. And this is the mess out in the middle where I'm gonna plant stuff. I just haven't done it yet. The potatoes are huge. It looks like they're about to flower, actually. So, actually, I was planning on probably harvesting these as new potatoes, so it won't be too long before we can do that. Can't remember, it's, I think, a couple weeks after they flower or something, you want to harvest them for new potatoes, so I'll have to look that up again, but they're looking great. I really need to get in here and try to mulch them some, but we'll see. It is what it is. These are the Fort Hook lima beans, which are supposed to be bush beans, but they are kind of concerning me with all this business. Not sure if they aren't actually some kind of a pole bean, but in any case, they're doing great, so I guess we'll just see what they do. If they do end up being some kind of a pole bean, we'll have to figure that out, either put up a trellis for them or just let them stay on the ground and figure it out. I don't know, but we'll see. Over here are some squash and gourds, and I cannot remember. It's one of my famous, I don't need to write that down. I'll remember at what order I planted them in. But over here there is spaghetti squash, acorn squash, swan gourd, Corsican gourd, and loofah gourd. No idea what's where, but I believe this is going to be a gourd, just judging by the shape of the leaf. Same here, probably. And yeah, I don't know. Whatever it is, they're doing well. We'll figure it out eventually when they start putting out fruit, I guess. But that's what's growing along that, so they can go over and climb up the fence. And and the other thing that we do actually already have planted. Keep sitting. Whoa! Oops, I stepped. It's okay, I don't think I hit a plant. Need to pay attention. They're supposed to be in this little, I don't know if it was in this whole area or if it was just under the strings. There should be watermelon and muskmelon plants, and I am not seeing them. Those plants weren't particularly healthy looking, so I'm wondering if maybe they did not do well. And there's a little bit of soil right there, so maybe something dug them up, or maybe they just died. That used to be something. That's not looking very healthy. I don't know if that'll come back or not. So those are looking kind of sad, but that's okay, because I'm hoping to just mulch this whole area that's left and plant some from seed, and maybe hopefully they'll do better. So that's everything we have planted. What I still need to plant is these sweet potatoes, and I'm wanting to put those just right over here on the other side of the lima beans. And I also need to plant, like I said, I need to try to do the watermelons. I need to try to put in some, I need to try to get this cleaned up and mark out these beds so I can try to put some more zucchini seeds out, so hopefully we can actually have some zucchini at some point. Yellow squash is okay, but zucchini, I like it better. Oh, and cucumbers. Forgot about my pickling cucumbers over here, and they're all still looking good. They've got a ways to go yet before they get over and climb up the fence like I want them to, but I'm also going to plant a second round of them through here, and I want to plant some more over on the arch trellis too of the slicing cucumbers. So yeah, I don't know how much of that, any of that I'm actually going to get done today, but those are my goals of things that I need to do. Plus, I also have not planted any corn yet over there. We planted some sweet corn over at the garden in town, but I was also hoping to plant some sweet corn and maybe some of my other kinds of corn here. At this point, it might be better to just disc that whole thing again. I'm probably not going to mess with any of that today. Yeah, today is probably going to be trying to do whatever I need to do to get some more stuff planted. And if I get some weeding done too, great. But yeah, obviously getting behind on things as usual, but I'm still pretty happy with the way everything's turning out so far this year. And I'm really excited to hopefully have some cucumbers soon and some tomatoes. So yeah, thanks for watching. I am probably going to film while I do some of this stuff, but yeah.